This activity is called the emotion tracker, and I've used it to help children reflect upon the emotions they might have experienced over any particular time period. So it might be the morning, it might be the afternoon, it might be the duration of a school party or playtime, whatever time period you choose to reflect upon. And the idea is that the child reflects upon the time period that you've chosen, and they think about anything that happened in that time to trigger positive or negative emotions, and they map them out on a timeline. Now obviously they're not going to remember every single emotion, but the key players or the key emotions of any particular situation will come out as a result of doing this activity. So let's take a look at a tracker and then have a look at one where I've completed an example that a child might have filled in. This is what a tracker looks like when it hasn't been completed. You can see that the timeline goes across the page, and you can show how your emotions change from positive to negative throughout the day, or whatever time period you choose to cover. You don't usually remember everything you felt, but it does often help you remember any big emotional triggers that happened. Let's have a look at an example of one that's been completed. This shows an emotion tracker that someone's filled in for their morning. Of course, they won't have remembered every last emotional response, but it shows how we all experience things that can make us instantly or slowly feel positive or negative emotions. That's just what it's like to be human. Take a look at this person's morning. See how different things that happened to them made them feel enjoyable emotions and at other times unenjoyable ones. You could also guess what emotion this person might actually be feeling at different points in their morning. So once the child has completed an emotion tracker, you can then use it to explore how they dealt with the emotions as they arose. So you can have a look and see whether they've had any times where anger or sadness or shame were triggered, and then explore what happened as a result of them experiencing those emotions. And did they deal with them in a resourceful way, or did they deal with them in a way that made the situation worse? So it can basically be used to prompt those discussions. So the value will be not only in them working out the kind of situations that will trigger different emotions, it's also in the discussions you have afterwards about how they dealt with each emotion and whether they could have dealt with it in an even better way.